And hello TacAM viewers. As you guys see, the veto phase has just finished with first we got rid of Anubis. Horizon got rid of Anubis to be more exact. Then Inferno banned by TacAM, Ancient picked by TacAM, Dust 2 not banned, pardon me, picked by Horizon, Overpass banned by Horizon, and then Mirage banned by TacAM, if I believe. That is the setup. The decider, of course, the one left over map will be Nuke. And this will be definitely a very interesting thing to see. I think Dust 2, like I mentioned before, is not a map we play too often. And it will be most definitely interesting to see us play it. But Ancient is the map that we pick, of course. Ancient is our map. And it's a map on which we show our better side. Now, hopefully, there are some roster changes. I have been informed that there are roster changes happening in TacAM right now. So we do not know what the final roster will look like for now. But for now, what I am confirmed about is that we will be most definitely seeing Colin, Bravo, Andrew, and Henzik, while the play of Fuchi is under question mark, and we'll see sooner or later what the roster will look for today's match. Looking at statistics, we will start on Dust 2. Dust 2 is definitely the map that Horizon are better on, with 53 matches played, 58% win rate, while TacAM have 26 matches played, so way less than Horizon, but a 42% win rate, so also lower than Horizon, but still not too bad itself. Okay, now let's take a look at the roster. The roster has been finalized to my information, and the roster will be looking today with Colin, Bravo, Fuchi, Henzik, and it's Zglados as the stand-in. In Formula 1, we often have heard in the not in the future, but in the past, definitely, of owner drivers. Well, here in CS and ESEA season 57 Open 10, we will have an owner player with Zglados, the German, playing as a stand-in today to take place for Andrew. So we will be lacking Andrew today, unfortunately. And we will see if Zglados plays his part in today's match. It will most definitely be something worth taking a look at. Now, your caster today is, of course, the unchanged Voflicus, aka me. I'm always happy to be here to commentate for you guys. Now, the player to watch is someone that wasn't a player to watch for too long, and I don't think he has been the player to watch this season yet, but it is none other than Henzik, with 1.07 and 1.49 HLTV rating, average of 75.8 and 96.1 ADR, 46.3 and 42% headshot, and 0.99 slash 1.53 KD ratio in Face It, and of course the season itself, the regular season and the playoffs. The playoffs have been the moment for Henzik here, as we see his HLTV rating way higher than in the regular season, ADR the same, headshot percentage a bit lower, but the KD speaks in repair of that situation there with 1.3. So every time he dies, he kills a minimum of 1, and most often 1.5 person killed for each death that Henzik has. So all we can say that Henzik has been performing very well these playoffs, especially carrying the team. That was most visible last Thursday, when the playoff match for TacAM against Transpirati went to a 2-1, the Anubis decider. decided the end of the match with TacAM winning there and finishing off Transpirati. Now, let's take a look into the game itself as we have the warm-up phase right in front of us. We have Fuchi, Henzik, and Colin already there playing around. Now we have GLaDOS in the game as well. And the entire team of Horizon has already arrived. So now we are just waiting for the last player from TacAM to join in and play. And that, of course, is none other than the late Bravo. We've already figured out in this. We've already figured out these playoffs and throughout the entire regular season of season 57 Open10 that Bravo usually arrives last to the matches. We see him join last in the warm-up phases, so we've got pretty used to the fact that he's the one person that we always wait to look for. Now we do see gold for team disconnect. This might be a maybe change in roster for Horizon as well. For right now, it most likely just means that we are waiting to see him rejoin, of course. Florian has to carry the team today, so we gotta carry the cheers. Indeed, the cheers need to be carried. We need to keep our lovely team owner here alive. We need to cheer him on as he plays the first match this season for himself. But we do see him disconnect now. But 7 minutes until the beginning of the match, so this maybe could be a roster change, or maybe he's just resetting CS. We all know that CS does have problems sometimes. Sometimes it's in the form of, as we know, in the form of, you know, lower FPS, so on. We could talk about all of the bugs all day, but would be too much to talk about. Now we can take a look at Thursday's match of TacAM. It was against, of course, Transpirati, like I mentioned. We did knock them out of the playoffs. The MVP was Andrew for that for the match. 1.34 FACEIT rating plus 3 swing, 91 ADR. 50 kills, 44 deaths, and 28% headshot rate. So pretty low, but still, for Andrew, he still managed to carry. FACEIT decided that this guy made his worth. He played the best in that match. Of course, the first ancient map was in our favor, then followed Dust 2, where we unfortunately lost, and the series was 1-1, and we got left with the Anubis decider to see who will be going on further in the playoffs, of course. And TacAM did win on the final part there, on the final map, Anubis, giving us a 2-1 win. And I think the MVP should be Henzik in this match. I think Henzik did outperform himself. Like I mentioned, he is the player to watch for today's match, and he did have 11 entry frags, first kills that match, as well as a whopping 6,000 damage done across those all 3 maps, with, of course, the most kills, because he had 60 of those. So I think Henzik should have gotten the MVP here, but of course FACEIT looks at other stuff like impact and so on, and FACEIT decided that it's not going to be Henzik for this match, it's going to be Andrew. But personally, in my heart, I'd say that Henzik deserved to be the MVP for that match against Transpirati. Now we can jump over real quick to the page of our enemies today, Horizon. But we will be entering knife round real quick. This is the pick of Horizon, so Horizon will be stabbing themselves on spawn. Or at least they should. That's usually how it goes in the playoffs, where the team that picks the map then gives away the knife round. What's the second map? The second map is Ancient, that was given to that was picked by TacAM, of course. But well, this is interesting. Usually in the playoffs we do see the T side, I mean not the T side, the picking side give away the match. Not the match, but the knife round to, of course, the C, not the CT side, the non-picking side. But here we saw Horizon not do that and just fight the knife round normally. So it appears that Horizon will be picking for which side they will begin on in this map. Unless the timer going out will mean a win for Hensig, but I'm not aware of that situation, so I'm very, very confused about what's happening here at the moment. And the T side does get the point here. They do win the knife round, so like I said, that is quite interesting to see. We got used to, of course, the teams giving away the sides after they pick, but I guess Horizon decided to do something different here, which it will leave me confused for the entire match. And we will see if TacAM return the favor on Ancient. Looks like no fair play is sacred for these guys. Maybe. I think it's like it's a prophecy that I printed out a little image for myself before this cast, where I printed out the Horizon logo crossed off with a red X. And I think it was like a prophecy from me, like expecting these guys to be non-fair play, I think. Although it could be that I'm just confused. Maybe in ECA, playoffs, it's not supposed to be like that. That you give off the knife round once you pick. But I think it should be like that. But we will see. It does appear that Horizon have picked the CT side, so the T side will be left off to TacAM to play on. So the T side for TacAM, maybe it was done in a way that you know, of course, Horizon won the knife run, but maybe TacAM told them which side they want to start on, and then Horizon picked off of that information, but it's not for us to know for now. And it's something I'll have to ask the players after the match ends and after everything is finished, of course. Now, Let's talk about skins for a little bit, because I know that we have some One Pixel enjoyers in chat. For example, Tonaider Cater. The best skin to see today is the knife of Fuchi Butterfly Knife Slaughter Factory New, going for around, I believe it is, let me just double check, 1,370 euros on the market. While the skin battle itself, we destroyed Horizon in the skin battle. The total inventory worth for us is $7,628.94, with the average inventory worth of our players being $1,907, while the enemy team Horizon have a total of $1,440, with average across the entire team average inventory worth of $480. So we skin-wise destroy Horizon. Of course, I know that we're gonna have players taking a look at Fuchi's knife to see that butterfly flying, we could say. Alright, so I've been informed that there are slight changes real quick happening on the server itself, so we will hop over to the pick again so everybody can take a look at what the maps are being for today's match, of course. And of course it's Dust 2, Ancient and Nuke for the decider, while we quickly fix up everything that is happening. It does appear to just be a server switch happening. It does, like I said, it does just appear to be a server switch happening for the match itself. It does appear that there might have been some server issues with the earlier server that the match was being hosted on. So the players just quickly switching over to a different map here. Not a different map, of course, Dust 2 still will be the pick that will be played on, but they are just quickly switching over to the new server that the match itself will be running on. And now I can finally take you back, guys, to the match itself, as we are once again back in the warm-up phase as the server is once again being as the server is once again being filled up. Are you sure it's GLaDOS, says Aben Spaziergang? Maybe it's not GLaDOS. What if it's GLaDOS's twin, for example? It could be that. It could be that. L4Tiv says, of course, he's the best. And Aben says, yeah, I know. It was a joke. I think that for today's match, after Dust 2, we will see who will maybe the new player to watch be. I think Henzik has the potential to stay as the player to watch as we continue our way down in this Dust 2 map, but we will see if that changes or not. As we know, nothing is ever confirmed. Stuff can change very, very often. The Gilf Hunter says, let's go, boys. Let's go, boys. Indeed. TacAM need a cheering on as we are now going to be entering the third round of the playoffs here. The playoffs that we have fought for all season, ending, of course, the regular season ended in 13th place for us overall in the entirety of Open 10. And we did get into the playoffs, of course, and now we are in round 3 of the playoffs. And round 3 appears to be the one of 16, and then we will go into the one of 8, then one of 4. So quarterfinals, the half finals, and then we will have the finals themselves, the grand finals. Hopefully, of course, TacAM do make it all the way to the finals. That is what we are hoping here for, because of course getting to the final of everything is our aim in the end, and it's something that TacAM wants to achieve this season. Now, of course, we are once again waiting for, as you guys all guessed it, Bravo. Bravo is once again taking his sweet time connecting to the server. And Ensik asks, the best in what is Zglados? And Gilf Hunter says being the best. So Zglados is the best in being the best. Slides of the tongue, that sentence, it does. And I think it's quite the truth as well. Now we are waiting for Bravo to arrive in the server, falling asleep. We're gonna fall asleep before Bravo comes here and finally connects to the server. L4Tiv says the best in literally all. Indeed. Zglados is the best in everything, after all. Beautifully shown the landing there. Yeah. Very nicely shown. And we have 4 minutes left before the match itself starts, and hopefully Bravo will arrive pretty soon. What I wonder is, will we see Zglados finally get a kill in this warm-up phase? He is still yet to get one. I'm just watching here, wondering if we're gonna see Zglados get a kill in the warm-up phase. Right now he is just standing on spawn. Hopefully he does get a move on pretty soon and gets us the kill we are waiting for in this warm-up phase from him. And we have finally We finally see Bravo arrive in the server. Bravo has finally decided to connect. Bravo decided it's time, and GLaDOS finally gets a kill in the warm-up phase. Finally, GLaDOS gets a #1 near the kills before being ripped apart on, on tunnels. GLaDOS! GLaDOS gets a Zeus kill in the warm-up phase. GLaDOS is my king, says Gulf Hunter in chat. He's everybody's king. Believe me when I say that. Especially after that Zeus kill. The sneaky little guy gets a Zeus kill. Now there is 1 more minute left in the warm-up phase before we begin this final phase of... well, maybe not begin the final phase, but begin the final approach to the first pistol round of this Dust 2. We have been waiting a whopping 33 minutes already. Since, of course, the ban phase and the beginning of the stream itself. Abend says, GLaDOS is the only man in the way that I trust more than everyone in the world. Then GLaDOS must be very, very close for you to trust him so much. And finally, the knife round is here once again. Will we this time see Horizon give off the knife round? Or will we once again see them try and fight it out normally? And yes, indeed, we do see them give away the knife round like they should. So maybe that's what caused the switch of the server. Maybe it was caused by the fact that indeed Horizon didn't give away the knife round, and that's what caused that they had to switch the server. Now it will be time for TacAM to choose which side they will start on, which will most likely be CT. And we will see that in just a moment. Maybe they didn't know. You don't learn that by getting forfeit wins. Maybe Ashen with the this disrespect, this pure front up approach. And indeed, TacAM do decide to start on the T side, not on the CT side. So that is something that I wasn't quite expecting. But maybe it's... For some reason, maybe they decided that's how they wanted. I'm used to the fact that the CT side does feel a bit more with a bigger advantage in this map, but maybe it's a T side with the advantage. Who knows? Now we do see GLaDOS going for first contact on long. He will be spotted, of course, by Overt. Overt does see the entire TacAM team, so they do communicate to their team that it's time to go back. As GLaDOS does die after being hurt a little bit by Fuchi here, but now we do refrag him with a Bravo kill here. Now we will get ready to enter. We need to expect the player to be hiding behind the boxes. Unfortunately, we don't, but he will not get a kill. Now, one player long, two players on short, and it will be a retake. Now, Henzik versus Triple Free. Henzik taking the quiet approach. And Henzik does win the pistol round, and the first point goes to TacAM, with Henzik finishing out Triple Free in the 1v1. Bomb down, all kills done. We did lose four of our players, but the pistol round is ours, and we will be able to force buy this round. And most likely Horizon will be going for a eco round. And they appear to be stacking B, which unfortunately for us is not good. Vadox here sees two of our players. GLaDOS finally gets a kill on Vadox. Henzik gets 2 kills with the bomb on tunnel, so B side is open. One player will be coming from CT. Henzik will try to fight in Triple Free with a Mach 10 after getting a kill on GLaDOS. But Fuchi does deny him the entry from tunnels. One last gold, 13 left. And Gold tried to chase Bravo for the AK. Unfortunately for him, it doesn't work. And the eco for Horizon is failed with only 1 kill made on GLaDOS. Now we enter the round number 3 here on TacAM are once again going for 3-2 setup. This time, 3 players stack on A long from the CTs, 1 on short, 2 players on B. While we once again go for a 1 in B tunnels, 2 in lower tunnels setup. It will be just Gold to defend. Fuchi slowly making his way in the short, but unfortunately for us, the players have already retreated from there, so the CTs will not be there to fall to Fuchi's rifle just yet. It's GLaDOS now entering. Getting information, he does not get a kill. Does get information for his team though. And a slow approach from TacAM. Oh, and Fuchi does get a ding to the head. Unfortunately, Henzik does not expect Vadox to be lurking behind the gates, and is just left with Bravo and Colin. This will appear to be a save from TacAM. They decide that it's not worth it to push forward with the limited resources that they have. Especially with so little time left. We'll see just TacAM wait out the timers. Starro in chat says, "I love you, Volflakes." Thank you very much for that little compliment in chat. I appreciate it. Now entering round 4. Horizon got the force by victory here. Now we will be forced to force by after the superb force buy from Horizon, leaving us with just 2 players while all of them survive without a single death for the CT side. We do go for a 2-on-2 setup. We do have, of course, Colin on Suicide, making sure that no player in gates decides to fight our players mid. Will we expect the 2 players to be on short? I mean, 1 player, 1 CT, of course. It's GLaDOS here. Blinded by the flash. Now we have 3 players short. We are getting ready for execute. Now here comes GLaDOS. Doesn't get a kill. Ace gets GLaDOS. Colin does get 0 in the meantime. Fucci beautifully with the flash from Bravo does get a player. Will get a second one, but Vadox does get Bravo in the meantime. It's a 2v2. Fucci a bit more hurt with 69 HP remaining, while the 2 CT players that remain will decide to do a push through short here. A smoke will block them off, will pause their attack. Of course, the bomb planted for Colin to stay on long. Look towards gates with the AVP, and in case we do lose the sight, for the bomb to be defended. And unfortunately, Fucci does not do it. The smoke goes down. And unfortunately, I don't think the defense will work here. The bomb is defused. And it's a second round for Horizon. Now we enter round 5 of this match. This time, once again, it's a 2-on-2 setup, changing into a 2-2-1. Pardon me. Very often we do see quite of a signature move now. Oh, but a smoke from Bravo will give him permission to walk towards B undetected. And not a single one of our players here. Triple free will see Bravo. Will get Henzik as well. Fucci dies as well. Colin now on tunnels. Spots the player but does not get it. GLaDOS dies last. And it's a 3rd round for TacAM. For Horizon, pardon me. Now, round 6 and an eco from TacAM. Unfortunately, after the force buys, it no work out for us. We are forced to play it safe. And once again, the signature move from Ace and whatever player goes short from the CT side, they always just immediately throw utility towards lower tunnels. I think that's something we should learn from and something that we should pay attention to. Gold doesn't spot Colin, loses his head over it. And now we have a player up in this eco. Of course, we all know that one player doesn't make too big of a change, especially if we can't get his weapon. But it does give us one more man firing a weapon of any sort. And we will start to make it back towards B here with our entire team. with just triple free left. Triple free will be able to get quite a lot of kills if he catches us here. And the execute begins. He gets 2. He gets only 2. Henzik does get triple free and B side has been entered. We have the AK. There will be a M4 as well to claim on the side. AK, pardon me, not a M4. And now it's up for the Horizon team to retake. Grenade goes for a car to flush out any player in case he's there, but Henzik is not on car, and Henzik gets 3 kills beautifully. And we can take a look at that replay. If it, of course, allows it. Yes, indeed. Alright, let's look at this replay here from Henzik. The grenade goes out from Word. Word comes out, dies immediately, then Henzik gets Ace, then gets Vadox, and not a single one of them were able to bring down Henzik. Now round 7 begins. Will we get a kill here? Yes, we will. Colin gets Vadox beautifully. Vadox took the slow approach to peeking, and unfortunately for him, it was just too slow. And now we force buy here. Although, I wouldn't call it exactly a force buy, because money, I mean, not money, but equipment saved from the earlier round that we got from the players on B saved us a lot of money, and we do have quite a lot left over now. Word unfortunately does get Henzik, but A side is wide open for us, and the bomb will go down soon. Unfortunately, Gold does kill Colin, but Colin does drop him to 19 HP before that starts. That means that just pretty much 1 bullet is enough for both of the CT players trying to retake. 1 will come from CT, and the second will come from short. We have to expect from long. We have to expect the long player, of course. Gold now making his way towards short. Actually, he will be saving this. He picks up the AVP, retreats. He knows that the HP doesn't allow it, and it's time to go. And Word does not try to take out anybody else. Unfortunately, Fuchi dies. Bravo dies as well. And that's weapon saved for Horizon, while TacAM lose everything they had. Thankfully, the economy will allow TacAM to buy the same weapons they had in earlier rounds without too big of a problem. Of course, GLaDOS not making too much of his economy, as he just buys Mach 10s for himself to deal whatever damage he can. He did get 1 kill in the second round of this half. And that's pretty much where he stopped. Now he's just more of a decoy, unfortunately. But he is making his part. He's playing his part. He's doing his job. And let's take a look at the score. We can't complain if it's working. The pause ends, and we are getting ready for round 8 with 10 seconds to go before it begins. Now we enter round 8. A 2-2-1 setup from the CTs. Of course, utility will be going straight into the aforementioned places from short. A boost from the CTs. Unfortunately for them, not a working one. We have to expect the player to be boosted. Unfortunately, we don't. Triple gets the kill on Bravo. Grenade goes out. Doesn't deal any significant damage. Doesn't deal any damage at all, and we are 1 player down. in the beginning of this round 8. The bomb, of course, still on B tunnels. GLaDOS with his Mach 10 here. Just trying to help out the team. I just saw Florian playing now. Where's Andrew? Unfortunately, Andrew was not unable to play today's match. So Florian is the stand-in for today. And will we see Colin survive? He does get Vadox, but unfortunately, Word does finish Colin out. And it is 4-4. And most likely, Eco will now commence from TacAM unless GLaDOS decides to fund. And he will indeed decide to fund the force buy for his entire team with the money he has in his account. And it will be a full B push, it appears, from the T side TacAM. It appears that Horizon keep playing the same setup. They don't change anything. They only play 2 players short, 2 players B, and 1 player long. They don't change anything from that. And now the execute will begin here. GLaDOS goes first, then goes Fuchi. 3 more players in B tunnels from TacAM. Bravo does get 1. Henzik does get the player coming from behind. We do get gold. And Word as well. It's just Vadox left against 2. He's on window now. Misses his shot. Gives us his information. And Colin finishes him out and dives straight for the AVP. Astonishing play from TacAM, and Horizon call for a timeout. I think that Colin has been playing an excellent game for now. A very satisfying one as well. I think every time we see him with the AVP, he does get us at least 1 kill. He is on a 2 KD right now, so he is performing very well. Henzik, of course, with 12 and 5. Like I said earlier, Henzik is the player to watch of today's match, as his performance recently have been nothing but satisfactory, and we can just admire how well Henzik has been playing in these playoffs. Like we said, he has a 1.5 KD across the entire playoffs. So we could say that not Glorian, that Henzik is giving us a precious, super excellent, tip-top performance, and of course a first-class seat to the playoffs. Now, will we expect 2 players on long? GLaDOS, of course, going as the decoy here, does let Bravo get 1. And does let Bravo get 2, of course. Henzik now gets a word. And it's just triple left on lower tunnels. Will he catch one of our players? Will we spot him? We don't spot him, so we do entry normally. But do we know that he just has a P250? Do we know that triple free has only a bad weapon, but 2 players will be watching him, and I will be calling that will take him out. A beautiful player from TacAM. Honorable round from TacAM gives us the score of 6-4 for TacAM. And a superb shot from Colin finishes that round. Unfortunately, Triple Free with the molly from gold does get 2 players coming out of side. Now a push into the side, into the short will unfortunately not end well for TacAM, and we all die. And unfortunately for us, Horizon have accomplished a little comeback here. And we will have round 12, the last round, being the fight for either evened out second half or a one-sided TacAM advantage, with 7-5 being, of course. Bravo does get 1 kill. Will he get 2? He will not get 2, but Henzik will get it instead of for him. Bravo does get the player on CT, and now B side is ours with a retake from Word and Vadox incoming, an AVP and an AK-47. A masterful performance here in this round from both Bravo and Henzik. Now 2 players coming from CT ramp. Henzik decides to... Bravo, beautifully. Word just about gets it. Henzik finishes out Vadox, and it is 7-5 for TacAM going into the second half on CT. A very expert performance in this last round gives us the advantage going to the second half. And we could say that the performance that we got from Bravo and Henzik was just godsend for us, as this is the pick, of course, from Horizon. So having the advantage is something we want to have, and a 2-on-2 setup from Horizon. With a defensive setup on B. They have the bomb on B. They will be faking a push into A, but I don't think we will fall for it just yet. Now we do. Now we send our players towards A. The problem is, this is not A. We are being played right now. A loud entrance from the rest of the players will let the bomb be planted on B. And will we expect Triple Free to be camping outside of tunnels? Fuji does get Vadox. Colin does get hurt. Triple Free does die in the end. The retake unfortunately not going too well. Fuji will have to take out at least gold to win, and he is being chased by Word right now. And unfortunately, the pistol round does go to Horizon. Andrew says easiest game of their life. GLaDOS going to carry, indeed. As GLaDOS here is going to carry, of course, emotionally. Pushing his team forward. And it was a very... that was a very supportive message from Andrew for GLaDOS, as we decide to stack fully on A, which currently does appear to be the correct read from us. Unless the bomb goes mid to B, which wouldn't be too good. Of course, we are doing an eco following the loss in the first round. The entrance begins. Ace takes out Bravo, scanning just in case there's anyone else coming. Now Triple Free exchanging kisses with his teammates. Maybe a goodbye kiss before entering the site. A little just in case something happens. Now the actual execute begins. 4 players from long. We have 4 on short. And I think we can call it a train on short right now. Four TacAM players just going in a singular line. Just ducklings following the mother duck. Ace will see one. Fuchi will take out Ace, and we will most likely go to save the AK. Unfortunately, Vadox does come in time, and we will not be able to save the AK, and it is 7-7. And I don't think we can call this a satisfactory play from TacAM. Of course, it was a eco, so we have to understand that a eco is a eco, and it's not most likely going to be one. But I think for this eco to be a bit more pleasant, I think that it would be, well, best if we would have gotten at least maybe a bit more kills and maybe save that weapon. Now they try to rush into B here. Horizon do try to do it. They do it in the end, but hurt they are a lot, especially Vadox on gold. But the retake will have to happen from our team unless we decide to save. Right now it does appear that we will be trying to save it. Unfortunately, a really good entrance from Horizon into B site leaves us with the 4 spy not going our way. And all we can say is that it was a spotless entrance into B from Horizon with not a single player lost. And maybe now at least 1 kill indeed on Word. Bomb does kill Vadox, but that will most likely be it. And of course, logically, we will go for the 4 spy coming in the 6th round here. Henzik hurt by the sniper rifle on suicide, but it is not quite the way that we will be seeing this come. Henzik here, just making sure that B is protected. But right now, it does appear the bomb is not going quite the way that we think it is. Colin does, of course, return the favor from earlier. Henzik did lose a little bit of his HP from Vadox, and Colin returns the favor with Ace, dealing more HP to him than Vadox did to Henzik. So we can call it a nice little worthy exchange for Colin and TacAM. Now, will we see this entrance? 333 unfortunately gets Bravo. So we are 1 player down now. Ace, of course, almost gone. And unfortunately, Henzik does not get the kill on 333. I think we are slowly losing our touch here. I think now, indeed, it will be a B execute. And once again, TacAM have to save. The economy is just not there for us, and we set up defensive positions on long to save the weapons that we can. Unfortunately, the performance in the second half of this Dust 2 right now for TacAM is unsatisfactory and just, well, imperfect, really. It's imperfect because the first half did end 7-5 for us. We were performing well. Colin does get a goal, kill on goal, thankfully. But the second half it isn't looking too good for us right now. We do get ace in the end, so that is another kill for our team. And hopefully now we will see TacAM push through with another match, another point. That would be most commendable for TacAM. So in chat, let's spam TacAM hard and cheer on TacAM going to round 17. With Henzik playing very defensively. Oh, but he's burning up now. And unfortunately, he does not get a kill. But GLaDOS with a kill. Will GLaDOS get more? And he played the decoy role once again, taking the attention away from Colin. And that gets Colin another kill. Fuchi does get a kill on 333. Bravo with one on gold, and it's just ace left on tunnels. He will make himself known. Colin does miss his shot, but will he have another chance? Yes, he will, and Colin finishes out this round. And TacAM have finally pushed one through in the second half. And it was a decent one as well. Losing only GLaDOS as the decoy. Now let's take a look at the replay of this situation, of course. We see GLaDOS here kill Verd as Verd pushes out. Then he plays the decoy role here, makes Vadox look towards his direction, and Colin gets him before he notices. Of course, round 18, will we see TacAM win against this Horizon Force Buy. If Horizon were to lose this Force Buy now, it would be mean eco round, and it would mean that it would be looking better for TacAM. A missed shot from Vadox will leave his position known. That's GLaDOS once again. Slowly getting into position. Standing close to gates. Once again, trying to get his third kill now in this match. Fuchi with a flash entrance into short, unfortunately making himself known. Will it hurt him or will it not? Colin looking in the correct direction, but will he get the kill? Unfortunately not. Vadox does get his feet punctured, but kill on Colin will be too much. And 333 unfortunately takes out Henzik, and Henzik is unable to take to protect the B side. Bravo does get a kill on gold, but Word takes out GLaDOS, and it's just Bravo left. And of course he's being looked at by Vadox. Verd does drop to Bravo. Bravo, knowing that he has money, he will go for this retake, but Vadox will take him out from the side. And it is 10-8 for Horizon. Of course, the economy in TacAM is still good, and it will allow us for another full buy or even a force buy, but most likely just a force buy. Or actually, it is looking more like a force buy-ish. We do have a lot of money left, especially for Colin and Bravo. Fuchi with a little bit. GLaDOS, of course, not spending too much, knowing his weapons. And GLaDOS here will, of course, inform his team that this is a push towards A. Now TacAM will begin to slowly close down the T side. Triple Free still thinking about where to go. Should he go middle? Should he go B or should he keep going A? They know that their information about going A has been given away. But can they play the minds of TacAM? Can they make them think that this is a rotate back towards B? Henzik does get ace. So that's a second kill on the Horizon team. And I think they will try to keep this A push going. GLaDOS really close. Getting ready to just take away whatever he can. Colin does get 2 kills. GLaDOS playing as the perfect decoy. And Colin beautifully clears it. Let's take a look at that again. Beautiful play from Colin with the AVPs. GLaDOS playing, of course, the decoy role here. First kill for Colin, then gets the second, and then finishes it out with a triple free on triple free. Now we are going to round 20. Will TacAM push this through? The TacAM economy looking perfect, while Eco from Horizon, of course, after the unfortunate for them performance, they will push into short. We, of course, have a player waiting there. Colin misses his shot. A grenade does take away a lot of HP from the players on pushing short. Fuchi will die. Bravo will die as well. Another grenade going out. Will it finish out someone? Vadox does get finished out. Another grenade going. Barely any HP. GLaDOS gets a kill. GLaDOS, it's your moment, son. Unfortunately, not fully. GLaDOS doesn't do it, and is now 2 left against Colin. Colin gets the first one. Colin, can he make wonder work once again? And he will get it. Colin beautifully wasted all of his ammunition almost in the 5-7 he had. But in the end, he got the final kill, and Colin beautifully clutches up that 2v1. And it's 10-10. Going into the 21st round of this Dust 2 map. GLaDOS, of course, making wonder work in that round, getting that one crucial kill on A side to let Colin just have to take out 2 instead of 3. And we could say that GLaDOS is most definitely looking like the MVP for this match. Colin clutch and GLaDOS kill W. Indeed, Elfortiv. I think that is how your name is spelled, Elfortiv, but I think it's more performed Lativ. If you can tell me in chat what exactly your username should be pronounced like. Because I think Elfortiv is not the way to say it. Now, we are entering round 21. TacAM did go for a timeout here, deciding what to do. And it will be a push into mid with one going short, one. That's Henzik playing really short. Unfortunately, does not get anything. Fuchi does get gold, so it is pretty even. But will Fuchi get another one? Yes, he will. Colin burns up ace. Now it's 4 against 2. Unfortunately for us, Vadox is already on the side, but I don't think he has the bomb. It's Word with the bomb on long. That means we have the opportunity to stop him. Vadox making himself known on the A side. Utility goes out for the cross. And the bomb is going down. More utility going out. Short being paused. We do have GLaDOS on short. GLaDOS, we all know that he can perform very well. And will he do it again? Vadox unfortunately gets a kill. Fuchi does take him out. And this is one for GLaDOS to take. GLaDOS, our beautiful player, will he get it? He's going for the defuse. And GLaDOS will defuse it. The millions of dollars we have spent on this player have become worth it. GLaDOS is making wonder work. He is making just perfect plays here. He's accomplished a lot in our team. He has completed this comeback in the second half for us. And he is the expert in our team. And we can see that he has practiced everything to the very last play. And it's of course that eco from Horizon before the last round of, before the map point, of course. And it will be a 5-player stack on B tunnels. Silence on those two as the CTs look for a player. Look for a sign of life. Now the execute is beginning. And who'll get what? Bravo gets one, but unfortunately Vadox does get another. And the retake has begun. It will be 4 versus 3. And unfortunately, it is looking that Horizon have won this eco for now, but we cannot speak before the round ends. GLaDOS is still alive, so we know that he can make wonders work. And he works as a decoy. Once again, lets Fuchi get a kill. Then triple free, unfortunately gets Fuchi, Vadox, Colin, and the eco is complete for Horizon. And that was very unfavorable for TacAM here. Because now it is 11-11 and we will be fighting to get this map point, or we will be fighting to go into overtime. And the advantage we had going into the second half, unfortunately, is not looking too great right now, but Colin does get an early kill on Vadox, so that's one less player for the T side to use. 2 players in lower tunnels, 2 players just outside of T spawn. And the T side Horizons are thinking about what to do now. Gold takes over. Takes over the AVP from Vadox. While nice Molly will deal some damage to Word and reveal his location on Xbox. Another smoke from Henzik will block off both Ace and Word from going into B. And we're just holding them. We're holding them in the side there. Now GLaDOS on long will have his chance to get a kill. Makes himself known. Unfortunately, doesn't get a kill, but gets a lot of damage in. Bravo, unfortunately, only gets a kill in gold. Triple Freak finishes him out, and it will be a 2v3 retake for the CT side. Henzik and Colin. Colin, of course, might get surprised in short here. Henzik coming from long. Just inching forward, slowly making his way forward. But Ace keeping a close eye on long, just for that situation. Making himself known now. Colin did switch out for an M4, making it a more favorable thing for him. Henzik does get the first kill. Can we get more? Henzik does die. And unfortunately, the kill on Colin will finish out the retake. That did look promising, but unfortunately did not finish well. And now we either win this round and push this Dust 2 map further into overtime, or we will or we can fall and give the map 13-11 to Horizon. Of course, we are hoping that we will get the point here. Zglados here smokes off long, but will give information for us that there are players in long from the T side. Exchange of utility here before the execute begins on long. Henzik here lurking, and beautifully Henzik does his job as a lurker, taking out one player from the T side. Now the retake begins. Fuchi burning up. Unfortunately, does not expect a player to be there, and gold does get Colin as well. Now it's Colin against... Now it's Henzik and Bravo against 4. Now just 3. Bravo coming in from long. Will he get the kill? Unfortunately not. Henzik will have to get free to keep this map alive. Unfortunately, he doesn't, and it's 13-11 for Horizon. Does 2. As they get their first map in the series of the round 3 playoffs. Hello, TacAM viewers. We are back with Ancient now, the second map of this series, as we have just around 6 minutes left of the warm-up phase before the players begin this map. And it will be most definitely exciting thing to see, as we are of course waiting for none other than Bravo to join as the last player in this map in our team, while Horizon are just waiting for their last player, which is Vadox, to join as well. Which, as I took a look at Vadox's profile on Faceit, it does show quite interesting stuff, because it shows that he is an American player. So we have an NA player with Horizon in this game today. Now we know that TacAM are the favored side for this map of Ancient, because Ancient is our map. Statistically, looking at Ancient, we have played 48 matches here with 65% win rate, and as for Horizon, they have played 20 matches here with a 50% win rate. So we've won over 20 matches here, while Horizon have won only 10. So win rate wise and experience wise for this map, we are the team that is just better. Now, of course, after Ancient, we will have Nuke as the decider, even if, of course, TacAM do end up winning here on Ancient. And looking at the statistics, Nuke will not look too favorable for us, with Horizon having 13 matches played with a whopping 92% win rate, while TacAM have played 11 matches on Nuke with a 64% win rate. So unfortunately for us, Horizon are looking that the deciding map will be in their favor heavily. And when I mean heavily, I mean very, very heavily. And, well, what else can we say? I think that most definitely we have to just get ready for Nuke after Ancient. Of course, Ancient is what we have to play first. So we just have to play with sense. We just have to play with logic and just make rational decisions in Ancient. And hopefully make it further and win Nuke as well once we finish Ancient. 2 minutes left. Vadox has joined Horizon already on their team, and we are just waiting for Bravo to join on the TacAM side. Now 1 minute left. Bravo has arrived in the match. And now we're just waiting for the knife round to begin, which we will of course be giving away to Horizon, as this is our map pick, and we will be giving it away to them for them to pick what side they want to begin this map on, which will most likely be the CT side. I mean, pretty much I think everybody has come to the conclusion that the CT side is more favored and more liked on this map. As now we finally go into the knife round. And let's see who from TacAM will come out on top in this fight on spawn. Hopefully, it will be GLaDOS. GLaDOS still surviving for now, did get a kill. Unfortunately, GLaDOS will die to Verd here. And Bravo was the last surviving on TacAM side for knife round, of course. And Horizon decide to start CT. Immediate decision to start CT for Horizon, and TacAM now will start on the T side. And let's see what type of play will TacAM come up with going into the first pistol round of Ancient. It is a full push into mid from the CT side. Now they will begin to disperse into different places and locations, try and see where we are going. They will most likely figure out that this is an A push from us. Unfortunately for them, our bomb is not in A. Unfortunately for Horizon, our bomb is going the other direction. As we decide to smoke off Red Room and begin our entrance into middle. Two players pushing to do donut here. Vadox against two. Yes, GLaDOS first, then gets Colin. Unfortunately, we do come out of A main. Vadox get a third, and Vadox gets a fourth to finish off this pistol round pretty quickly. And it's 1-0 for Horizon. Bad T pistol. Unfortunately, true. It wasn't quite the play that we wanted from TacAM, and does cause the 1-0 for Horizon here. We will, of course, echo the second round as expected for a loss after the first pistol round, while a force buy with 3 FAMASs, 1 MP9 and an M4A1 will come from Horizon. With us pushing most of our players towards B, with 1 player in A main making some noise. Will it cause a rotation? Yes, it will. It will cause a rotation of 2 players. And now we will begin our exit into B. And thankfully for us, the rotate will give us enough space to set up after the plant. The post-plant setup will, of course, commence for us. We have GLaDOS here getting ready to carry. Colin does get a kill. Do we expect the player on long? Do we expect the player? There's GLaDOS here. Will GLaDOS get it? Unfortunately, not yet. But here comes GLaDOS' chance, and GLaDOS' chance is gone. And it's Colin against Word. Colin denies the defuse. And it's 1-1 for TacAM. A successful eco. A very satisfying eco. Satisfactory eco from TacAM. Leaves us a 1-1 with the economy for Horizon ruined, while we will now be able to force buy, or half force buy to be more exactly, since two of our players, one of our players, Colin, managed to get an M4 from the enemies. Now almost full push into A from the CTs here, while we will push from Donut. GLaDOS doesn't get a kill, but will be the decoy once again to get a kill for his teammates. Even though that the entire defense of the CT side is on A, we enter while losing only 2 players. Will we expect a player to be on Donut hiding in the smoke? Thankfully, Colin looking in the direction will take triple free out, and a failed eco from Horizon will leave them with only 2 kills. And looking at the economy of Horizon, it might appear that they will have to do 2 ecos in a row to bring their economy back together. This time, TacAM call for a full push towards B. A full rush push, to be more exact. The execute happens immediately. Henzik dies to triple free. Fuchi does get the refrag, and this B side is ours. Utility goes flying out. GLaDOS gets the kill on Ace. Beautifully from GLaDOS on Cave. Getting him a kill and getting us 1 less player to worry about on the retake. GLaDOS coming once again. GLaDOS gets another one, and he retreats once again without losing a single point of HP. And will he get the third? Yes, he will. GLaDOS beautifully making this work for TacAM. Let's take a look at it again. We see GLaDOS here coming towards heaven. He peeks out, gets 1 kill, runs back, reloads it. We see Bravo get the kill on Vadox, and then a jump fly headshot into Gold's head gives GLaDOS another kill, and GLaDOS with a free K in round 4. GLaDOS the chat, GLaDOS the king in chat, and a force buy from Horizon now. And a beautiful molly from Bravo. Bravo will decide to push this back towards A, making some noise on B, hoping that a rotate happened. Unfortunately for us, not quite. Some more utility goes flying. It does cause a rotate of Gold into B side, so there's 3 players on B and only 2 to worry about on A. And the TacAM players are getting ready for execute. GLaDOS, of course, getting ready to protect the back of TacAM, the rear guard of the army. And the execute begins. Gold against 4. Doesn't get much. Word dies behind from fire. Gold drops to Henzik, but we did lose quite a lot of players in the entry. Triple free against Colin here. Colin unfortunately will miss his shot, and triple free will finish out Henzik. And unfortunately, it's a 1 round for Horizon. I think we missed out. We needed some GLaDOS wonder work here to make this round work, and unfortunately for us, GLaDOS just couldn't do it. And Dan Haberman says in chat, love from Eclipse Esports. Of course, heart goes out to Eclipse. At least mine does. And Horizon do call for a timeout going into the 6th round of this match. Now Horizon go for a push into middle. Unfortunately for them, dealing damage to their own players as well as utility from TacAM will leave them with less HP than they'd want to have. Not dealing anything really to TacAM apart from Henzik losing 1 HP, but that will not change much. We do need to expect Vadox, of course, being with the AVP on Temple. But Colin will try and fight him. Unfortunately for us, it will not be successful. Will Henzik try and fight it once again? Flash goes out, but it does not affect Vadox at all. We're 1 player down, but the bomb is going towards B. The grenade on Vadox does leave him with 65 HP. Word and Donut with 31. And the CTs rotate out of B, leaving B wide open for us to take. We just need to figure that part out. I think they figured out that leaving B was not the way to go. GLaDOS does die, followed by Bravo. Ace makes wonderwork. And Henzik goes for a save.
Counter-terrorists win.
Now round 7 ahead of us. TacAM going for a forced buy while a full buy from Horizon after a couple 1 rounds will let them. Colin tries to push forward to get an early kill on Red Room. Unfortunately missed shot and Molotov finishes him off. A rotate towards B now from the T side. We will try to make B work. It would be commendable for us to work it. And it would have a positive outcome on the match. With Bravo, of course, getting killed, but does not spot Ace on Cave. The exit here from GLaDOS, unfortunately, does not deal too much damage to Ace. Ace here now gets another one, and Gold finishes it off, and it's 4-3. Now TacAM will most likely be forced to eco. Round 8 starts. TacAM go for full B push. 3 players from the CTs going towards B. Unfortunately, a push from Word as well. 4 players into Cave. Will it work? And Ace only gets killed on Colin. We have to expect Vadox to be here with the AVP. He does get his GLaDOS, unfortunately, so we do get information. Triple free gets free. And it's out for TacAM. A failed eco with not a single kill. Not even bomb planted. And it is not too positive for us. Quite negative, to be more exact. Now round 9 commences. And now forced by we'll see. TacAM going towards A. Nice kill from Henzik on the entry. We'll get word out of the fence on A. We still have 3 players to push forward. Now he begins. We enter the site. We see it's clear. We do expect a player to be on Donut. Bravo, unfortunately, dies on mid. And GLaDOS making sure A main is protected, and he will have a player coming his direction. Until now, he does turn away. Will Gold expect to see Fuchi? Unless Fuchi, unfortunately, Fuchi does not see Gold. GLaDOS tries to make something work. Colin does get a kill. Unfortunately, Vadox gets the final kill. And it's 6-3 for Horizon. Now the match, the round 10 begins, and it is another force buy coming in from TacAM. TacAM 2 players on B, 3 on mid. The mid players will have to worry about 2 players on Donut, including a AVP. Fortunately, Vadox does not get a kill, but will we expect the other player to be on Donut? Unfortunately, we don't. He gets another one. But unfortunately, 3 kills might be just too much for us. And Bravo will most likely try and save this, but will he expect the players on Red Room? He will, but expecting them just isn't enough. And it's 7-3 for Horizon. As we get ready for round 11. Ace quickly takes out 2 players on B, and this round 11 is already looking pretty bad for TacAM. We do have a player. We do have GLaDOS that somehow made it the entire way around the CTs and is entering B side from behind. But triple free is expecting somebody. Now GLaDOS unfortunately spotted by Ace. And it's 8-3. And it's half time round for Ancient. And a server pause before round 12 starts. The pause taking quite a while here. What could have caused this pause? Maybe technical difficulties on the server. But maybe soon enough we will get to see the match get restarted, and so we do right now. As we finally slowly set back into round 12 now, and it would be most in TacAM's interest to get this push now as we fully push towards mid with a force buy. One player defending Donut. Vadox now rotating towards Red Room after information from the Gold tells him that there's players to watch out for, but Colin does get an early kill on Ace. And Vadox just doesn't know what to do with so many players coming out of nowhere. Gold gets GLaDOS, but Henzik does get word. And Bravo will get Gold in side of Donut, and it's 4 versus 2. And both of them will be coming from inside of Donut. The CTs will decide to push it. Colin from behind makes it the entire way around and gets 2 to finish this half, going 8-4. Let's take a look at this replay. If we look at the top left, we see Colin just slowly making his way around. The entire way around. He gets the first kill on triple and then finishes it off with a kill on Vadox. Now TacAM will be playing CT. The CTs here, we decide to go for a almost full heaven push. Now full of heaven push. And we do it successfully, pardon me, with 3 early kills. Now a 4th, just 1 ace left against 5 TacAM players. Does get 2 kills. Will he get more? He just has 6 HP left. And finally, he drops down. And a good pistol round from TacAM makes the score 8-5. Now a full push towards B from the T side. We do read it well with 3 players on B to defend. But the Horizon team will decide to take it slowly. Fuji going out into mid to get some information. Sees no one in mid. We do rotate the player to A. Unfortunately, a bad read from us. Now Ace quickly giving a smooch to his player. To Word. As they very passively take this round 14th as they wait for the timer to run down, for the CTs to maybe just get a little bit too much comfortable, to maybe try and push forward. But TacAM does not budge. They are holding their positions. They are not trying to get too comfortable. They won't push forward. Now movement from Horizon. They have to make this work. They have 30 seconds to enter B side unplanned. Sounds happen. Molly is go. Utility happens. Fuji gets 2. Henze gets 1. Henze gets 2. Will he get a third? Who will get the last kill on the Ace? And it will be Fuji. Beautiful defense from TacAM gives them a 6 point in this ancient map, and the score is 8-6. We see 2 beautiful kills from Fuji, 2 from Henzik, and then just Ace left. Ace just trying to somehow survive, maybe get an extra kill in this eco here. But unfortunately for him, Fuji is just too good. There's flash from Bravo, of course, as well. And it is a second round conversion from TacAM. And now a force buy from the T side Horizon. Utility dealing some early damage on triple free as they enter mid. And Bravo will get an early kill on triple free. Ace does kill him, but refragged by Colin. And is 2 players down from the CT side. From the T side, pardon me. GLaDOS gets the kill on gold 13. Passes the weapon over for his teammates to get. Vadox with barely an HP left. Same for Word. Basically, yeah, Breeze could hurt them now. But they will push towards B. They will still decide to push through with this plant. Fuji, Colin, full HP versus 2 very hurt T-side players. Fuji gets Vadox. Now just Verd left. And Verd with barely any HP doesn't make it. And it's 8-7 now. 3 rounds in the second half go to TacAM. And now they will be playing to even this match out. Round 16 begins. Half eco, half force buy from Horizon. 1 Mach 10, 2 Galils, and Tech 9 with a Deagle. And this will be a push towards B here. They will burn up, and we will know what's happening now with the execute beginning. Unfortunately, triple free walks through the smoke, gets Henzik. GLaDOS with a good entry, gets 1 kill, hurts triple free even more. Gold 13, unfortunately killing Fuji. Colin without blinded gets Word. Colin against 3. Now against 2. And he will go to pick up the AVP. And he will go to save this. He does deal damage to Vadox, leaving him with 10 HP. And it's 9-7. Vadox does die. And it's just an M4 saved by 333. And it will be a force buy from Horizon now. Going to round 17 of Ancient. As the second half is looking a bit more evened out. With a 1-2-2 setup from TacAM. Now the entry begins into middle from the T side. Horizon, they will unfortunately get Bravo, but Fuchi will get ace. Colin, of course, beautifully holds Red Room, gets word. Early GLaDOS gets the kill on 333. 7 kills for GLaDOS in this map. Bomb faked, making sure there isn't any players, but Fuchi plays it smartly. And Fuchi gets 2 to finish out Horizon in round 18, and it's 9-8 for Horizon. Round 18 begins. I'm almost full push towards A from Horizon. Pushing very, very quickly a player into mid and into Donut now. Now we know this is a full A push. Colin gets 1. Will he get more? Fuchi burns up Vadox. Unfortunately, Bravo with a great entry through the smoke to catch Ace and Word off guard. Now it's GLaDOS from behind, trying to see if anybody's in Donut, but there's no one there for him to get the kill. And Henzik finishes off with a kill on 333. And a beautiful performance here. The Bravo entry from the smoke here was crucial. Kill on Ace and Word. Bomb dropped under his feet, leaves just 333 in this eco to defend. And then Henzik catches him in Temple, trying to come out of the smoke. And it's 9-9 for TacAM. Now Utility deals a lot of damage to 333. A little bit to Henzik, but not enough to make any big difference. Colin with the beautiful and the very well known signature move of holding closely on K for any peeking players. Gets the early kill on Ace. And GLaDOS makes it from behind to take out 2 players on mid beautifully. And GLaDOS is working forward to be the MVP for this match, honestly, with his kills in the second half, just pulling back a lot of important rounds for TacAM. Now the T side Horizon will push this towards A. They do have the bomb. We are pushing mid 3 players. This is a 4v2. We might think that this is a B execute, but it is not. No one near to hear anything happening on A until now. Henzik does hear the smokes go down. Henzik through the smoke gets gold. Now it's just 333 against 4. And Bravo slowly making his way from behind. But Fuchi finishes him out. And the MVP for this round goes to GLaDOS for the early push into mid from behind, taking out 2 players from Horizon, and it's 10-9 for TacAM now. Now round 20. We're getting close to the end of this here map with fire from Fuchi killing Ace. And a very, very good kill to begin the entrance. Excellent and an outstanding entry into this round. But unfortunately, Bravo drops to gold. But he will spot players on Red Room. We do send players to defend Red Room. But I think we now figure out that they went back. They are not there anymore. But where could they be? Is GLaDOS still alive in this round? So we know that he can make wonders for TacAM if needed. Triple free faking on B, and we will fall for it. But unfortunately for Horizon, we will not fall for it for long enough. And Colin with our early kill on Vadox. That's one less player to worry about in this retake. And a kill on gold will send Colin further. Trying to get more. Henzik dies. GLaDOS while Fuchi gets a kill on triple free. Molly goes out. And Fuchi beautifully finishes out Word. And it's 11-9 for TacAM. Now round 21 ahead of us. And I wouldn't call this force buy, maybe a half buy from Horizon with the Mach 10s rushing straight into A. They will burn up a little bit. Fuchi does get Vadox early on. Unfortunately won't get any more. Henzik playing aggressively here, but triple free will push. And triple free will drop to Colin. 4 players against 3. Our weapons, of course, better. Bravo beautifully gets a kill from Donut. Retake is on. 1 player in Bruce distracted. And Fuchi gets the last, and it's 12-9 for TacAM. And a well-prepared calculation from Horizon will leave them with enough money to force into this map point for TacAM. This time we do set up a free player defense for B. We do get an early kill on Word. Gold unfortunately does refrag, but a couple utility will leave us with some extra damage dealt. Unfortunately, Bravo does drop with the AVP on A main. Colin will keep an eye out. Fortunately, does not get the kill, but the grenade will finish Colin off on his 4. Now only 3 defending A. Unfortunately, Henzig gets, and Zglados just walks into side and unfortunately dies. Now we are entering round 23, and it is the second map point for TacAM now, as economy lets us keep on full buying. Another fast push. Unfortunately, Colin's signature move does not work out, and he does not manage to get the early kill that he always likes to get. One player silently making it towards B. That is towards A. That's Word with the bomb. Now making it way back towards B. And GLaDOS just waiting for a victim to take out. Will this tactic from GLaDOS work? Unfortunately not, but he will spot players in cave, give information to his team, which will cause a push into heaven. Fuchi gets triple free. Vadox does get Fuchi, but Henzig gets gold 13. Vadox gets Henzig. Bravo. Now it's a 2v2. Oh, but Vadox with the AVP will be taking a look. And does get called in. Unfortunately, he does get Bravo. And Vadox's performance, his skillful play, unfortunately makes it 12-11. And now, will it be overtime or will it be a TacAM win? Third map point for TacAM on Ancient, as they force buy going into this 24th round of Ancient. Utility dealing a little bit of damage to Ace and triple free on B ramp and B gate. Fuchi holding red room, trying to spot someone but doesn't get anyone. Three players on B to protect. Now rotation towards A. We are expecting a push into A, and it is going to be a good read from us. Now the entrance into A begins. Colin misses his shot. Fuchi drops to gold. Henzig denies the plant. Will not deny Ace's kill. And it's 2 versus 4. GLaDOS unfortunately dies. Followed by Bravo, and it's 12-12. As we will make our way into overtime 1. Now, round 1 of overtime 1. And we will see who will pull this overtime through. And finally, we will see who will win this map. And a free player push into B ramp. Unfortunately, we'll see us lose 2 players. And we'll see us lose 3. Now it's Fuchi left against Vadox and Gold with Colin, of course. We push towards B to retake. Will you expect the player to be here? We do. We deal the damage. 3 HP left on Gold 13. And Colin will burn up Vadox. Fuchi will get Gold 13. And the retake is ours. And the first point of this overtime goes to TacAM.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Now, round 2. And a early push by Zglados. Zglados beautifully. Can he do more? Unfortunately not. But he will get 1 early kill in Gold. But then triple free takes out 3. And it's just Colin left. Colin misses his shot, makes his position known, and it's second round to Horizon. Now, round 3 of overtime. Another push into mid by the CT side, TacAM. Utility deals damage to TacAM players, but we do hurt Gold as well. Yeah. And we do see Ace unfortunately get a kill on Henzik. We did pull back from the mid push that begun this round. Now hopefully we will defend. Colin waiting for a glimpse of a player to appear on B ramp. The utility will most likely make it known to us what is happening. Bravo does get a nice kill for the smoke on Vadox, but Fuchi does die in return for that. GLaDOS from behind unfortunately does not get a kill. Gold gets a kill from an AVP. It's GLaDOS trying to take some attention from Colin for the smoke without spotting the enemy player. Now Colin against 3. Unfortunately, it will just be 1 kill extra for him before he drops. And it's 14-13 for Horizon. Now neither sides switch. And a failed smoke from Word will leave them with one less smoke to use in this match, as the T-sided TacAM decide to make a push towards A, but now do decide to switch it up, pull it back, hoping for, of course, a rotate. Now going into red room. But I think we will be expected by Triple Free and by Vadox in red room. Utility goes flying. Will anybody get a kill here? Bullets flying, but no kills. Gold finally gets a kill. Refrag by Fuchi. Triple Free gets a kill on Fuchi as well through the smoke. Weird gets the kill on Colin and GLaDOS, who don't expect him to be on site, and it's just Bravo left. Triple Free gets the kill, and it's 15-13 for Horizon. And now it will be the first map point, the first match point for Horizon. If they win this one, it will be over for TacAM in the playoffs. And Horizon will go forward. Horizon decide to call for a timeout before this last round. Maybe to talk about tactics. Maybe to make a little mental play, a psychological play against TacAM. Trying to accomplish maybe some type of advantage. I think a praiseworthy performance here from Triple Free, from Horizon, and Gold 13, of course, as well, as they are the ones that are pushing it forward for Horizon mostly. Looking at the kills, a solo push by GLaDOS to cause a rotate. Unfortunately, Vadox does get a kill on Bravo. Fuchi does burn up Triple Free. Vadox will get 2, Ace will get 1. Fuchi will have the site to himself, but he's alone against 3. And a shot from Vadox will end it for TacAM in the playoffs. Good game. And thank you for watching. Today's caster was, of course, none other than me, Voflix. And I'd like to invite you guys in the future for more matches of TacAM. As for the upcoming summer, there are many plans and many matches that will be played that I cannot share with you guys just right now. But do stay in touch with TacAM socials at x.com/TacAMCS, twitch.tv/TacAMCS, and of course the TacAM CS Instagram. I'll see you guys later. Voflix signing off.